tournament along with VCU and LSU. Zachary for three. It's good. Just the second. Still a two-possession game with 19.9 on the clock.
You need a three here because you need 2 threes.
Wiggins will pop a three. It's good!
Love this matchup. Terrence Edwards, who Pat Kelsey said their defense changed from early in the year once Terrence Edwards picks up his defensive effort, having to go up against one of the best in the game. And Chase also doing the job defensively. That's the reason why I had him 6th on my voting for all ACC. Of course, he made the 3rd team. I'm not sure if people recognize how valuable he's been for the Louisville team.
Shefflin up top. Hunter finds the cutter. Shefflin for the slam.
Nice find from Chase.
Set. SMU able to get it down the floor and attack before defense gets set. Clemson's had some of those quick hitter options. The longer they wait on offense, the harder it gets.
Three high breeder again. This time he's got it.
Yeah, and Andy, the more they get into their movement, their continuity offensively, they create space. And in that space, they create options.
Larkin.
Got the dig down on Lowell, and he was able to kick that thing back out. Hammond gets it to go. Good start to the second half.
The freshman had a career-high 21 last Saturday in the overtime win against Syracuse. Chase Hunter scoreless in the opening half, finding Larkin, who's got 14.
I think that's what a lot of this comes down to, is they trust what they can do in the defensive end. They trust one another. They trust if they space the floor and play with one another, they're going to get open looks either way.
And today it's been a quiet offensive game from Chase Hunter, quiet game from Shefflin. Wiggins, another open three, and this one goes.
Team in the country.
So much for both these teams being solid defensively. Right now, it's been an offensive show early on.
And Larkin keeps it going. Where do we go?
Well, the interesting thing, there's only been one or two jumpers. Everything else has been at the basket for little dump ball passes.
Larkin lines up a good look and buries. 14 in orange. And they go to Reeves, and he hammers it home. And Jerry Peter. We are underway. March is here. College basketball. Buckle up. And it all begins on a loaded Saturday from Charlottesville, Virginia. Clemson starts with the basketball.
Big testament of Virginia defense. They've got to contain the dribble.
So Victor Larkin gets into the...
Where do they get offense without Shrewsbury, without Alako? Knesny's shot no good.
Hey, look, they're going to find open looks today because so much of the attention is going to Marcus Burton. Knesny needs to have a nice game shooting the basketball. You have to knock down those perimeter jumpers.
Larkin with a soft home roll.
Go ahead and put that ball in. That's an easy left-hand layup. You notice right away, Clemson's offense, second, third side, always inside. We're going to have to guard at a higher rate. Notre Dame finding some shots in the half court. It's going to have to be some of the other guys. Marcus Burton, he's going to carry a large load, sure.
Dylan Hunt,
an incredible 53.8% over the course of the last 5 games, and another rim contest, and Clemson's off to the races.
And Brad Brownell told us that's one area where Larkin's given them more than they thought they were getting. Shefflin. Hunter draws the double. Shefflin open and knocks down the triple.
One thing we've seen, Chase Hunter now has gotten into the lane twice, and he has not been able to finish because of the presence of Yigatolu.
Here's Hunter on the drive again. Skip out front. Zachary, another three. Good. Jaden Zachary.
3-point shooter, but Niugotola against Wiggins on the offensive end for SMU is a mismatch the Mustangs ought to be able to exploit.
44% three-point shooters. Harris. Shefflin trying to keep the rock going, and he does. Earlier in the half, Ian Shefflin's presence going to be critical here the rest of the way.
Absolutely, particularly rebounding the basketball.
Here's Hunter fighting into traffic. He'll feed Foster, who scores. Miles Foster's got...
Ian Shefflin gives you such a great deal on the inside.
Shefflin on the perimeter. Here's Locken. Highbreeder is out there now instead of Dylan Hunter. That's the only change in the lineup in terms of the starter being on the bench. 10 to shoot for Chase Hunter. Bounce pass, Locken, the catch and the dunk. What a pass.
Fourth leading rebounder in the ACC. This is Dylan Hunter, brother of Trace. Hits the front rim. Knowles try to save it. It ends up with Chase. Shefflin is open for a three. Thought it might have been deflected, but...
You got to get the ball to your big fella right now. He's ready for that double team. Bad ball placement by Thomas right there. He's got to throw it to the big fella's hand when it's out there extended.
Shefflin from Hunter.
Deferring as the offensive guy. I mean, that's just winning basketball. That's why Clemson is 12-1 in the ACC. On the verge of potentially clinching the championship if they can keep it rolling.
They're going to use the clock now, certainly, as we count down to 9 minutes to go in regulation.
Foster where Chauncey Wiggins filled, but Dylan Hunter making such an impression on Brad Brownell on both ends of the floor as he does there with the Tigers getting the turnover.
Lockett feeling it. Drops it in from three-point land. This against Pitt on Saturday. Lubin with a dribble down, left it just short. Zachary denied at the baseline. Out for Chase Hunter in his 6th year for Clemson. Lockett again, little bounce. Up and in for two more.
He's been a carrier with the dunk, and of course Isaiah Slim Evans just shushing the crowd.
Well, I tell you this, getting Jay Shaw moving without the ball, a lost art. Too many guys don't move well without the ball.
Lockett going strong, lays it in again.
And Cooper Flagg really steps up in these kind of moments and takes over
Lockett
again.
targeted again, but not this time.
He did it against NC State. They were on the ropes. He had a great second half against Notre Dame. They had really struggled in that game. He goes from 42. Still 10 minutes to go.
Zachary.
Don't count him out. Oh, that's big.
67.
But Flagg, after knocking down the three, is screaming to Kevin Malawach to get back and match up with Victor Locken. Understanding that Locken has been a problem for everyone else to defend, wants to make sure Malawach gets back in that matchup.
Let me tell you something. That was one tough three he made.
Hunter, we got to get him and Shefflin in some kind of action. Get him the ball.
Here's Chase Hunter ahead of 3 minutes. Thought about it.
Oh, he had it.
Dumped it to Shefflin. He'll turn against Powell and score.
Doesn't have much energy left on the board.
80-77. Boy, Georgia Tech has got 21 offensive rebounds tonight. 22 offensive rebounds and 25 second chance points, and Wiggins nails the
point play. NC State near the bottom of the conference as far as team free throw shooting is concerned. 71% is 16th in the ACC. They're doing it with the three-point shot, though. NC State has made 4 of them. Approaching the 2-minute threshold of the first half, and Lockton has a wide-open alley, and he knows it from Duke. I'm Tom Wormy, along with our outstanding production crew here on CW Courtside Saturday. Just game 1, Louisville and Georgia Tech to follow with Brenneman and Oliver. Lock in over the front.
Tough. Can't leave your feet on the pass. Got to stay on your feet.
Clemson has led by as many as 17. Hunter 0 for 3 since checking in at the 11:52 mark. And Wiggins played better over the last month compared to where they were 6 weeks ago. They're 3-5 in league play. There was a point mid-December, you weren't sure they were going to win 3 games in conference when the season was over.
No, yeah, and you know, they've done a great job at home as well. Oh, great pass and a big finish by Ian Sheffield with the dunk.
It's got that Cameron Indoor feel a little bit with the students so close to the action.
Matt, the hardest place to play for me was here.
Really?
Yes.
Some good shots that he's missed today, and that's the one that goes in. That right there is basketball, folks.
Unreal. Hunter. Shefflin lining up the three. His career high of 5 in a game for Chase Hunter. The Tigers will have the ball as we crank up the second 20 minutes. CW Courtside Saturday. Clemson and Pitt. After the jersey retirement of Sam Clancy, the Pitt legend, number 15 into the rafters. Number 15 is on the court for the Panthers to start the second half as well. And Jalen Lowe. Shefflin. You know, he only
assist. He's going to have a big game today for Georgia Tech to stay in this one.
Clemson wins the tip in the road orange. Georgia Tech in the home white. Here is Jaden Zachary, who has turned into a terrific point guard at Clemson after transferring over from Boston College. 10 to shoot for Chase Hunter. To Victor Locken. And the Cincinnati transfer put.
And it all makes sense. Game's very similar. Shooting 3-4s. Tough. Dallas native, though. I mean, he's been a welcome addition here at Georgia Tech. I'm a big fan of what he brings just from a physicality perspective.
His coach Damon Stoudemire called him a grinder. Hunter to Zachary in the first 3 of the game.
If you're Georgia Tech, you get a stop, hit a 3. All of a sudden, things get a little bit tighter for the Clemson faithful in Tiger Town. Good pass.
Oh, that is a dagger.
Score in the opening half. Bowen lets it go. No. Rebound Wiggins. Wiggins, Shefflin, and Locken all picked up 2 fouls in the opening half. Long 3. Wiggins. Boom. Up ahead to Davis on the breakout. Hunter, the block. Zachary, the corner 3. Check, please.
Ryan Smith with a couple of misses early. He has not missed much over the last 2 games.
Let's see if Clemson gets Ian Shefflin going a little bit here. They have not been able to get him going offensively yet.
Zachary hits a 3. Traore, power dribble against Shefflin and rejected.
Good D by Ian Shefflin inside.
Locken using the size. That was pinned against the window by Traore. Coming into the night. A lot of contact, no call. Hepburn behind the play. Hunter, dish, Shefflin a jam, and
now the mismatch over the top of Miles Foster, and the rebound from behind Shefflin to Chase Hunter.
That's pretty good help defense by Dylan Hunter.
Jones thought about the pull-up. Left side, Dylan Hunter obliges and hits. 3 ball of the year, his first points tonight.
Well, there you saw a different one. The shot fake that goes for a 3, not a dunk.
California back to within 1 on their first 3 of the night.
Ooh.
In the corner, Zachary, triple good. Skip for Petritis. How about another one from the left? Line drive is short. They run down the loose ball. They'll dive for it. Out of there, Wiggins.
That's a break for the Tigers. Wiggins didn't block out, and Petritis got the ball.
Here's Chase Hunter against Stojakovic. Now for Shefflin to catch, and strong move. Good. Ian Shefflin.
It's an easy basket on the other end.
Inside the final 90 seconds and a 6-point lead for Clemson.
It's been a very entertaining first half.
Sure has. Jones will launch a long 3 that's good. 4 out of 5 at the line tonight is Stojakovic. He's 9 of 11 from the floor. Zachary in the foul trouble that Dan mentioned, so that means Jones plays some minutes, and boy, Shefflin's back on December the 14th. Misses the next one. And Wiggins will run down the rebound. That was also his career high. But he's a point away now with better than 3 to play here.
You've said it a couple times, Wes. Stojakovic is a really impressive player.
Yep.
And he's so good with the basketball. He just seems to be able to find those creases and then somehow get in there.
10 to shoot, and here's Chase Hunter. 5 to shoot for Chase. Wiggins has got to get it on the glass, and does.
We winged to Jaden Zachary, the extra pass to Chauncey Wiggins. And Chauncey Wiggins, the guy to me, is the one that's going to have to play well for Clemson to have a really, really good year in the year that they're hoping they can have. He's got a lot of physical ability, knocking down that mid-range jump shot, but a lot of potential for number 7 in white.
Lockett tries a 3. More physical on the defensive side going into that win against Wake Forest, in which he had 5 steals. His head coach, Brad Brownell, calling him the tip of the spear defensively for this Clemson team. Wiggins a deep 3. Yes, sir, from the top of the kit.
From him in that particular situation.
Shefflin. Lachlan. It's Victor Lachlan with a rebound. And a fresh 20. Wide open for Shefflin. Well, he's added that shot to the arsenal this year.
Yeah, preseason, and nobody really knew how good he was.
We do now.
Yes, we do.
He's being talked about potentially as a lottery pick, as a first-round guy in the NBA draft. Shot clock down to 8. Hunter picked up by Thomas. What a matchup here. The crossover. Nearly turns it over. The lob to Shefflin somehow got it to go.
Clemson's looking to spread the floor a little bit. Watch the high ball screen for Chase.
Hunter to Shefflin. High off the glass. 1-point game.
Morning still.
Haggerty ran off a screen, missed it from deep, and Chase Hunter secures the rebound. Shefflin attacks and finishes.
That's how you go at a sack.
For a Clemson team, you see ranked 16th in the country at 9-1. And Memphis at 7-2, just out of the polls. Lockett with a nice move off the shot. This team in a really crucial spot in their schedule, looking for a marquee win.
And Penny Hardaway knows a lot about Janai Broome, who was the most valuable player of the Maui Invitational, and actually beat Memphis in the championship game. So Penny's seen not only the top rebounder, but also the number 2 rebounder.
Number 4 team in the country, and then having to go to Gonzaga. Can the block after it gave Miami the lead. Wiggins now against Joe Bay. Hunter thought about the 3. Highbreeder covered quickly by Cleveland. And now Hunter's got to try and work it with the shot clock winding down. Shefflin a 3. Oh my goodness.
That's been the scoring, is to be able to send a double team, but you don't want to do that and open up all the 3s on the outside.
Hunter leaves it for Locken. How about one more, Corey?
Locken is locked in, WD.
Boy, he has learned to do that. A prober, and he finds the lane. He really wraps that ball screen like a NASCAR cut coming off of it to get downhill. Man, from the top.
He is a battler. Dickie V. I've been texting him myself several times. So many people praying for him. And what a finish we have in store for us right now. The SEC has just knocked the ACC around.
Great set there, and that's set.
Kern Jr. soars in for the board. Carter can't finish the 3.
Oh, he's got Shefflin's posting up high.
Had the size over the 6'3" freshman Carter. Shefflin's at 6'8".
Good switch by Puff Johnson. That was a highly intelligent play. Simple play, but an intelligent play.
Here's Shefflin. Drives inside. Hook shot good. Big time. Shefflin, baseline jumper. He can do it all. Does not matter.
From the 3-point line,
when you lose a player like Joe Girard, who wasn't just good, he was the best three-point shooter in the history of the program from a single-season perspective. And on the season, Clemson's shooting 39% as a team from three, and that's going to win you a lot of games.
Wiggins from three, right on cue. Driving, twists, Conan Niederhauser. Couldn't finish with the right hand.
That's the first shot that he's missed this afternoon. What a pass.
Lock in, wide open.
Way for Clemson tonight or tomorrow. That was great individual defense from Zachary. Good seal.
The big fella, Victor Locken.
Yep, that's your Achilles heel in this early part of the season.
Cardenas wants three. Back iron, Shefflin. Every rebound he feels like is his.
Yeah, I love watching him play. Gets in the mud, he gets in the glue, gets in Bloody Nose Lane.
Wiggins, Grayson, Georgia's his hometown. Lanky forward. Hunter, 12 points. Yo-yos, bounces, Shefflin stuffs it. Down.
Gotta love Shefflin. Does everything. Double-double right now is part of the season. Points and rebounds, double figures.
You gotta love the experience for Clemson too. Locked-in, part of that experience, just bullies inside the size.
Post up, lock in, post up. Other guys drive unless you have a wide open three-point shot.
Chase Hunter has 23 to lead Clemson. Degenhart has 20 to lead Boise State. Out of the timeout, great setup. Hunter finds Locken. 4-point game. Just under 11 minutes left.
Get the ball to the big dog. Let him eat. Yes. Get the ball to Locken.
It's a 10-point game, just over 6 minutes left. Can Hunter get going like he did in the first half where he scored 20? Bounces, Shefflin off glass. Jay Keene back in, get an extra ball handler for Javen Buchanan.
Great job on the line, 23 for 26 for Boise State in the free throw line.
Hunter has 30 points. Shefflin connects.
Getting to the floor, what a shot.
Jordan Crawford bangs home his 8th three of the year. He was 50% coming in. Here goes Hunter again. Feeds Locken, layup good. Wow.
Is Chase Hunter, his athleticism. Crawford, a guy that can really turn the Jets on.
Yep. Here goes Hunter. Thought about the deep three. Zachary now. Reeves going to try and help Jaden Zachary. Hunter 12 to shoot. Trying to free himself from Crawford. Re-racks getting the lane. Oh, what a feed for Reeves in the dunk.
Jaden Zachary is a menace on the ball.
Andrews inside. Shefflin there, thrown away to Hunter. Another turnover. He's got Zachary with him, and Jaden will lay it in. Nice pass from Hunter.
Sometimes you're this offense, 5 around the perimeter. Riley Parker drives the basketball. The point guard from Australia is able to find a cutting teammate.
Wiggins deep. Got it.
And Clayville threw that with his left hand. Victor Locken had to come up in the ball screener. He was going to shoot that, but that's a terrific pass.
Another terrific pass. Chase. They've added who can help in the backcourt. Shot clock under 5. Odin and Shefflin with another board. Zachary, one of the better point guards in the ACC at Boston College, especially a couple of years ago when he had about 5 assists a game. Hunter kicks it to Wiggins. Great. Johnson defended by Hunter, forcing. Good job by Dylan Hunter defensively.
And a great job staying home with shooters on the perimeter during the penetration.
Heidbreeder. That's what he does. Played his home games at 6,000 feet. Here in the upstate, we're at about 900. Another rejection for Shefflin. So you got to wonder if the thicker air is a good thing for him. Looks like it.
Great job.